Google might be quietly turning its Pixelsnap charger from a simple charging puck into something a lot more interesting, a smart accessory that can actually get software updates. And that changes how we should think about phone chargers going forward. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. Here's why this matters. Accessories usually age fast. Phones get updates, features evolve, and accessories just stay the same. But Google has a history of blurring that line. Pixel Buds get firmware updates. Pixel Watches do too. And now it looks like Pixelsnap chargers could be next, which suggests Google sees charging as part of the overall Pixel experience, not just a utility. Pixelsnap accessories launched alongside the Pixel 10 series, built around magnetic Qi 2 charging. That lineup includes Pixelsnap cases, a ring stand, and a magnetic wireless charger. On the surface, they're pretty straightforward. Snap the charger on, align perfectly, and charge wirelessly without fuss. Until now, that's all they've been. But an APK teardown of the Pixel Stand app has revealed something new. In version 2.2.0 of the app, developers spotted new system strings that clearly reference firmware management for Pixelsnap chargers. Not vague hints, very specific language. Things like firmware version. Attach your Pixelsnap charger to view your device's firmware version, and even checking firmware. This may take a few minutes. That's important because you don't add language like that unless you're planning to ship it. This isn't placeholder text for fun. It's user-facing language designed for real people who need to check and update the software running on their charger. Right now, if you connect a Pixelsnap accessory to a Pixel 10, your options are extremely limited. You'll find it under Settings in Connected Devices, where you can do basic things like forget the device or toggle Do Not Disturb while docked. There's no technical info, no version numbers, and definitely no updates. The new code suggests that's about to change. Google appears to be preparing a system where Pixelsnap chargers show firmware details, potentially link to a support page, and eventually allow updates, all directly through the Pixel phone. So what would Google actually update on a charger? The most obvious answer is charging efficiency. Firmware updates could fine-tune how power is delivered, improving charging speed or reducing energy loss. Even small improvements matter when millions of devices are involved. Heat management is another big one. Wireless charging already generates more heat than wired charging, and magnetic alignment can amplify that if not handled properly. A firmware update could adjust how the charger responds to rising temperatures, throttling power more intelligently to protect both the phone and the battery. There's also Qi 2 compatibility. The standard is still relatively new and refinements are inevitable. Google could push updates that improve compatibility with future Qi 2 certified devices or optimize performance with newer Pixel models. And then there's the more Google possibility, Pixel-only features. Think smarter dock behavior, better integration with Pixel Stand-style features, or enhancements that only activate on certain Pixel phones. Google has done this before, and Pixelsnap could become another extension of that ecosystem. Of course, it's also possible that these updates are boring. Bug fixes, stability improvements, and behind-the-scenes tweaks that users never notice directly. But even that would be a shift, because it means Google is committing to maintaining the accessory over time instead of shipping it and moving on. What's interesting is none of this is officially announced yet. There's no support page, no rollout timeline, and no explanation from Google. This could be something they've been testing internally for months, or code that hasn't fully made it to production. Still, the presence of detailed firmware-related strings strongly suggests this isn't accidental. Google is laying the groundwork. And that points to a bigger trend. Accessories are no longer passive. Chargers, cases, stands, they're becoming software-defined parts of the phone experience. If Google follows through, Pixelsnap won't just be something you buy once and forget. It'll evolve alongside your Pixel phone. So while this might sound like a small detail, it's actually a quiet signal of how Google sees the future of its hardware ecosystem. Even something as simple as a charger isn't done at launch anymore. It's just the starting point. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.